A nurse is walking with her husband when suddenly a man grabs her husband's clothes from behind. The nurse's husband pulls himself free. The nurse notices that something is stuck in the man's throat. She says, "This man needs my help." But her husband says, "You're just an ordinary nurse. How can you help him?" An elderly man comes over and says, "Let the nurse help him. She can save him." Nurse says, "I can save this man's life. Let me go." Finally, the nurse pulls her hand away from her husband and rushes to help the man. She makes the man sit down and reaches into his mouth to remove whatever is stuck in his throat. She successfully removes it and saves him. Her husband watches everything. He cannot stand what he has seen, so he grabs her by the arm and takes her away. The cruel man says to his nurse wife, "How dare you help that man? When I told you to stop, you should have listened to me." The nurse replies, "That man needed my help. If I had not helped him, his condition could have become much worse." The cruel man calls his girlfriend, who works at the hospital. His girlfriend tells him, "Your wife's documents have arrived at the office. Your wife wants to become a doctor." The cruel man says, "That must not happen. Hide my wife's file. I want to keep my wife in her place." Later, when the nurse is checking on a patient, the same man arrives. In fact, he is a doctor who has just started working at the hospital. The doctor is surprised to see the nurse. He thanks her for saving the man's life. The nurse says, "Saving people's lives is my job too. I was only doing my duty." The nurse is sitting at a shop when the doctor comes over and says, "You should not remain a nurse. You should become a doctor." The nurse tells him, "Becoming a doctor is my dream, but I didn't have enough money to pay the fees. I don't even have any study notes." The doctor says, "I will help you become a doctor, and I will also give you my notes. You can study them and pass the medical exam." The nurse becomes very happy after hearing this. The doctor goes to the woman who works at the hospital and says, "Give me all the documents related to the nurse who wants to become a doctor." The woman says, "Okay, sir, I will give you the report tomorrow." The nurse secretly studies the notes and prepares for the medical exam without telling her husband, but her husband finds out. The cruel husband says, "I will never let you achieve this dream." He tears up all her notes and locks his wife inside the room. Meanwhile, the doctor checks the report on the computer of the woman working at the hospital. He discovers that she is having an affair with the nurse's husband. He also finds out that, at the cruel husband's request, she never sent the nurse's documents forward. The doctor saves all the evidence on his phone. He calls the nurse to his office and says, "I have something to show you." The nurse asks, "What are you talking about?" The doctor shows her all the evidence on his phone. The nurse starts crying when she realizes that her husband has betrayed her so badly. The doctor says, "This is not the time to cry. This is the time to be strong. You were ready to give up on your dream because of your husband, but I'm telling you to come with me and take the exam to become a doctor." The doctor takes the nurse to the exam. She gives the exam with hard work and dedication. Her cruel husband arrives and asks, "What is going on here?" The nurse says, "I took the exam to become a doctor." Her cruel husband says, "I told you not to do this." The nurse replies, "I now know the whole truth, so don't tell me what to do anymore." The boss checks the exam papers, and the nurse passes the exam with excellent results. Everyone applauds her. The doctor says, "I have evidence against both of you." The police arrive. The doctor says, "These two people have betrayed us, so arrest them and take them away." The police arrest both of them and take them away. Subscribing doesn't cost anything, but it gives someone encouragement, so don't leave without subscribing.